Okay, back again. Mr. Let's Paint, drawing your dreams. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, 2 UTC every night. Unless, of course, I'm not on. But for the foreseeable future, we are going to be continuing on with the time of 6, 9, and 2. All right. Anyway, I'd love to have you guys call in at 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516. Here's our first call of the day. First call of the day. Hello, caller. Who's this?
Hi, it's Matthew.
Matthew, what's going on?
Hey, yeah, I got a dream for you.
All right, let's do it. Let's do your dream. Let's do your dream. Let me get to the page here. Let's see here. Okay, Matthew. All right, what do you got?
All right.
What do you got, Matthew?
All right, so I parked my car and walked across the street and went into an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
And there was an art show going on in the ice cream shop.
Nice.
It was filled with all kinds of people, all ages, and there was like art on the walls. And then I ordered some ice cream.
Yeah.
And they didn't even make me pay for it. Like I just got to eat free ice cream.
Nice.
Free ice cream. It was vanilla with rainbow sprinkles.
Nice. Double scoop? Was it an ice cream cone or?
It was a waffle cone. It was a single scoop.
Yeah. Okay. With some sprinkles.
Yeah, rainbow sprinkles. Yeah.
So you're pretty happy here. You seem
It
like
was great. Yeah, I mean, I was a little nervous. I didn't know everyone there, but I noticed somebody from my church across the corner, so I started kind of walking over there, and then I started talking with somebody that knew me, but I didn't remember ever meeting them. But and then they had like a wall where you could like sign your name on the wall, and so I went over to the wall and I added some art of my own.
Gotcha. You put a graffiti, kind of like graffiti stuff, kind of.
It was like a big piece of butcher paper, it said reasons to be cheerful, and like everyone was putting like what they wanted, you know, like what they were thankful for, kind of.
Yeah. You know, like in high school, before like homecoming football game, the big homecoming football game, the people, the cheerleaders and stuff would put on big old butcher paper, and they would say, you know, go team, you know, like, you know, get going and stuff. So
it was absolutely like that, like a community, like a rally.
Yes.
Like, hey, let's all forget about Trump and North Korea.
Yeah, so now you go back, and now you originally parked your car to go to this place.
Yeah, like in a big bank of snow. Yeah, there was like snow all around the car.
Snow, okay. Wow.
And then everyone from at the ice cream place was like, hey, there's an art show right across the street. Like, and it was like kind of weird because like we're already in the art show at the ice cream shop, but everyone started like crossing the street to this art gallery where there was another art show going on, like inside, and they had like, you know, professional art or whatever, I guess, like, you know, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 paintings, and they're all drinking champagne.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And I saw some of my friends there, and they gave me big hugs.
What did you like better, the ice cream shop or the more fancier art gallery?
Well, I guess I liked them both like a lot. I mean, it was great. Like, I think maybe I felt more at home in the art gallery, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's good.
But I don't think I would have felt quite so at home if I hadn't just come from, like, you know, the previous place. It was almost like, you know, the first place was like a warm up, and then like the second place was like the real.
Yeah. So you got kind of a little indoctrination.
And then like they were like starting to bag everything up and like close things up, and like I was like, oh man, I gotta go. And then like you want some free food? And they give me like a whole bag of like meats and cheeses.
Nice.
And some chocolate dipped strawberries.
Yeah. The art openings are great for that. Not always. Sometimes they get chintzy, but they can be. You know, I've always said if you're kind of broke and you know you don't have any money, which a lot of times artists are, starving artists, you go to art openings and you can at least get some wine, and then hopefully they got some food to munch on too.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely a feast for the senses.
Oh well, that's just a wonderful dream. Matthew.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. This was last night you dreamt this?
Yep.
Wow. And are you keeping a book on like a little a note thing on your dreams?
No, I've been just relying on my memory. I feel like I should. Like, there's a lot of dreams that I what I do. I think I wake up several times a night, and like it interrupts the dream, and then it goes into a different part of the dream. So this was only one part.
I understand. Dreams are weird like that. They're not gonna just give it to you straight up, and it's not gonna be from point A to point B. No doubt. Kind of like this program.
I guess for me, like it's like I get afraid to like well, if I wake up at like 3 a.m., I'm afraid to like go writing it out, because then I'm afraid I'm gonna like not be able to go back to sleep. So then like, you know.
Oh yeah. That would suck. I think the trick is just when you wake up, you know, when you're gonna wake up in the first place, write it down real fast. I wouldn't like go run to your notebook and start writing down your dream like at 3 a.m. You know, when you're going to continue to sleep. So, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Or maybe I never did this, but you could use a recorder. You could mumble something in the recorder real fast and go, "Yeah, oh my God, this is crazy dream, blah 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 blah," and then but you would still have to be. You would still have to be cognizant about doing that, but it might not throw off your sleep pattern, you know, so that you end up staying up, you know, longer than you should, which can happen when, you know, people sleep. You know, sometimes you can't go back to sleep. You wake up, it's like, oh man, you start thinking about it.
That's a good idea. You know, I have a spare tablet, so like if I just keep the tablet by my bed, like just pop open like the video recorder and just like dictate the dream, like, you know, just the basics. Just so like, you know,
shorthand,
I can go back and reference it.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I've never done it, but you know, with technology nowadays, it might be interesting to incorporate that. It might not throw you off so much, you know, so that you can't go back to sleep. If you had to stop,
I think you're right. I think
right. I would not recommend like, oh, I had this dream, I'm gonna stop, you know everything and turn on the light, and you don't want to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Matthew, that's a wonderful dream. It's a happy dream. I think it's a positive dream. That's always good to have the positive dream.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
You might even say it was a sweet dream. Yeah.
It was a sweet dream. Yeah. Ice cream, art, snow, people that you know, friends and stuff. Free. You got it for free. That's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad though. Like, where are those like strawberry? Where are those chocolate covered strawberries now? You know, like, ever do that where you dream about something, like you get a really cool gift or something in a dream, or you find like the treasure, and like you're so mad when you wake up that you don't have that thing.
It will come. It will come. It might not show up today or tomorrow, but it might show up later on. Something to live for. It's something to live for, or dream, or to dream.
I'll sleep on it.
Yeah, sleep on it, and of course, I wish you the many more sweet dreams. But
yeah, hey, is that specialist, the dream analyzing person?
At the bottom of the hour, a specialist is going to call. They were going to call last night, and then they didn't. But they're going to call now at the bottom of the hour.
Okay, cool.
Now, I just want to preference that.
Man. Maybe they'll call right now.
Yeah, I want to preference that I don't know who this person is, and I don't even know if they know who they are either. But we're just kind of opening it up, and we're kind of somewhat dreaming this idea where we're opening up the opportunity for someone to call in at 6:30 as an expert of dreams.
Yeah.
So I don't, like I said, we'll see. Might happen.
Tantalizing.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Okay, Matthew.
All right. Thank you, John.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Thanks for sharing
your dream.
I know someone.
An unknown person called, and please call us back and share us your dream. I am Mr. Let's Paint. I am drawing your dreams. We're talking about dreams. Talking about your dreams. Talking about my dreams. And again, I am striking out right and left. I'm still not. I know I'm remembering. I mean, I know I'm having them. I'm having my dreams. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the dreams. I know they're there. I'm not able to put two and two together. But I'm happy. One way or the other, I'm happy. Damn it! I'm gonna be happy. Okay, chat room is wide open. We got Andrew and Matthew in the chat room. Good to see you there, and we'll look forward to your call. Next call up right here. Hello, caller. Who's this?
Hi, it's Gary.
Gary. What's going on, Gary?
How you doing, Mr. Dr. Paint?
I'm doing great. How about you?
So I heard, well, you know, I was hoping maybe you could help me. I'm in a weird predicament because I've been having, dreams. Sometimes I have dreams and I can remember them pretty well.
Right.
And I've had one that maybe you could help me draw some conclusions.
Yes.
If you get what I'm saying.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, well, in this dream, in real life, I had a friend who was kind of getting on my nerves.
Yes.
And so in my dream, he comes over to my house and starts kind of pushing over my coffee kettle, the kettle I make my hot water for my coffee with.
Yeah.
And so I get mad, and I push him back away from my coffee kettle.
Yeah.
And then I shoot him with a gun.
Oh.
Now, I don't own any guns, and I've never shot anybody.
Yeah.
But I shot my friend
Yeah.
in what I think was like a non-fatal blast area, a shoulder, a flesh wound. Kind of just pegged him down a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kind of lorded over him for a minute and said, like, hey, buddy, why don't you chill out for a second? And he's kind of just all perplexed, like, but you shot me.
Yeah.
You shot me with a gun. I thought you didn't even own or like guns.
Yeah.
But now I've pissed you off enough that you're shooting me.
Well, because in a dream, you're able to acquire guns, You don't have to go and get a license or background checks. You can get a gun right. You can get an atom bomb if you wanted to. in a dream.
If I wanted to, I feel like if I move through it, yeah, I'm kind of glad that those checks and balances exist in our lives now.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that it's a dream, so feel free to have fun with it, and go ahead and get it all out of your system. You're just getting it out of your system. You must have some frustration with your friend, though. Maybe that's why you're thinking of killing him.
Well, I wasn't thinking about killing him, and I think that's where kind of the fear set in. Like, I wouldn't want to kill him.
Right.
But maybe if you got to get that point across, 450 meters per second sounds pretty good from a muzzle.
Yeah. I think too.
That's a fast response.
Yeah. Well, look. Like if someone pulls, cuts you off on the road, or they think that you're cutting them off on the road, next thing you know, you're giving the finger to each other, and you get all riled up, and you're just thinking, oh, I'm gonna yell and get mad, but then, do you go? How far do you go with that? And I think
at least to the Kmart, I'd imagine.
Well, what, to go get a gun at Kmart? Is that what it is? Or
okay, yeah, Dream Kmart.
I see, a Dream Kmart to get the gun. But in reality, most people get mad and maybe go to the effort to put out the finger and say fuck you and get all upset. But that's as far as it goes. Rare. And of course, people do go across the line and pull out the gun and kill you, because it's just it's just so important that like in your dream, your buddy is messing with your coffee, and you're gonna kill him.
Well,
it does happen.
In real life,
it does happen.
I woke up and I told him that he had kind of been riding my rails, and he had upset me, and he had gotten me, and so he was telling me to, get thicker skin. But I didn't tell him about dreaming about shooting him in the shoulder. But I had another dream.
Yeah.
If you want one more bonus one before I go.
Yeah, bonus dream.
Bonus dream.
Bonus.
Okay, I heard the flip of the paper. That confirms that we're bonus dreaming.
Gary.
So now my friend is in my car.
Yeah.
But my car is probably 3 or 4 feet shorter than normal. Like, I'm really cramped up in it.
Oh.
Like, the very front of the car is just beyond my nose. So I'm pushing up right up against the windshield.
Gotcha.
And he's in the seat next to me. And we are barreling down a wet highway at night.
Yeah.
And I can feel the pedals for the gas and the brakes. They're underneath my boots.
Yeah.
My boots are getting caught in between the pedals.
Yeah.
And I can't really stop the car, and we're heading towards the median.
Yeah.
And as it feels like we're going to launch through the median and into oncoming traffic.
Man. Oh.
My friend looks to me, bleeding from his shoulder from the dream 2 weeks earlier. I had still got him.
Yeah, you're still bleeding like you never went to the hospital. Yeah.
Exactly. He tells me, I think there's something I got to tell you.
Yeah.
And I said, like, you ought to apologize to me? And he says, no. And then we crash into a semi-truck.
Oh. Big
So
ass.
that's my bonus dream.
Oh, that's a
what
bonus
do you make
dream.
of that one?
That's a bonus dream. Let me tell you, that's an awesome dream. That is crazy. That's a crazy bonus dream. Yeah. And so, did you have this dream right after the same day, or when?
It was a few weeks later.
So you had this dream afterwards. Yeah.
Same friend, different
Same
dream.
friend, and it was a continuation because he still had the gunshot wound in his shoulder.
Yeah, I guess Dream Me was still pissed off at him too.
Yeah. Wow.
but I at least was trying to. I don't know where we were going in the dream. Maybe I was taking him to the dream hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe I was taking him to Dream Dairy Queen for a frozen treat.
Yes.
But we definitely were not headed down Reconciliation Avenue.
Yeah. Are you still friends with this guy?
I haven't talked to him in 2 months.
Okay, well then that's good. Then just let it be. Yeah, move on. Sounds like he's just going to be trouble, this guy.
Just good advice.
No,
Well, thank you, Dr. Paint.
Okay, Gary, look, believe me, it's, I shouldn't say that because they're, you know, again, what you do in your dream is has nothing to do with what you do in real life. But if you haven't seen this guy in a couple of months, you know, no biggie. But, you know, again, if you see him again, you know, definitely don't shoot him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't.
Okay.
I will take your advice and not
well, you don't have
shoot
a
him.
gun, so you should be all right.
No, but there's a Kmart nearby, I'm sure.
Okay, well, all right. Well, just don't go to Kmart.
All right, I will try not to.
All right.
That will probably be easier than not shooting him.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, Gary. Sweet dreams. There goes Gary. With 2 dreams. He had 2 dreams. The bonus dream. Matthew, I think, says that maybe I should paint that one. Maybe I should paint. This is a paintable one, isn't it? It's pretty strange. Maybe this one more so than this one. All right, let's get our next dream coming in here. Dreams are coming in. Hello, caller. What's your name?
Hi, is this John?
Yeah, this is Mr. Let's Paint.
Okay, yeah, this is Alex.
Alex. What's going on, Alex?
Yeah. What's up? So, yeah, I got a dream to share.
Sweet.
So, alright, so I was dreaming, this is kind of like a two-parter.
Okay.
So I wouldn't start drawing too quick.
Alright.
But I started walking through this kind of like, field, and it's got like a bunch of ridges, kind of like somebody just tilled land. You know what I'm talking about?
What? Say that again?
Like somebody just tilled the land. I don't know how to
Tilled it?
explain it. It's like there's all these ridges in the ground.
A
But anyway,
ridge?
I'm walking through this field.
Alright, I'll just give you a field.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the field, and yeah, I'm kind of like floating over these ridges. I'm not like touching the ground. My feet aren't touching the ground.
Okay.
So I just keep moving, and then eventually, so that was like what I remember. And then the second part is I either get to a road or like to the middle of the forest, and then I jump really high in the air.
Alright.
And that's the most important part of the dream. So I jump really high in the air, and I'm like suspended there.
Nice.
For long enough for me to see the tops of the canopies,
Yeah.
tops of the canopy of the trees, and then like start picking off leaves. And I'm just sitting there floating in the air, picking leaves off the tree.
Yeah.
And then I realize at some point I've got to go back down. So then I get kind of nervous and I wake up.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. That's a fun dream. You know, the first part, and then you got nervous about it, and then you woke up.
Yeah, it was, the whole thing was kind of like, had a kind of a scary vibe to it. But it was kind of cool jumping in the air. Like, I liked jumping and floating there.
Yeah. So right. So there was some fun quality to this dream.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Jumping in the air and floating in the air.
Yeah.
I'll probably remember that forever. Yeah, it was very cool.
You know, have you ever gone to one of those places where you walk on a bridge through the canopy of some forest? You know, like they set up those rope walks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no, I haven't.
Yeah, you might want to check that out. You might want to try that. I would be a little scared just to walk. I might be afraid I'm going to fall, which is, of course, what you have in the dream. But
you know, I think you're touching on the root of the dream there, because I have a lot of dreams where I'm like falling through the air, or like there was one time when I was a kid that I went down a tram on a mountain, you know, where you can go like up and down on a tram, sky tram thing. And I think that freaked me out because I had a dream that I was like, I'd fallen out of the tram, and I was thinking, like, what do you do if you fall out of something high?
Yeah. I know. Scary.
Yeah, it was both. It was scary. It was exhilarating.
But you also enjoyed it. There was something also exciting, and I think that just shows you how life is full of ups and downs, and a lot of exciting stuff happens, even though you're scared to death at the same time.
That's right, man. That's totally right.
It's kind of a weird reality, isn't it? I don't know how you get over it.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Well, like, think about how I felt in the dream when I didn't know that it wasn't reality. I mean, that was my reality.
That was your dream.
In that moment.
Exactly, because if you're really if you're able to remember your dream, then most likely you were in that dream and you were so certain that was your reality in that dream. So.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you probably talk about this a lot, but it's like, am I dreaming right now? Am I? It's like Sun Tzu said, am I a butterfly or am I a person?
Yeah, and then you wake up and you realize, well, geez, that was just a dream. So it's a precursor to something, but what is it? I don't know. We don't know.
Well, I had this dream a long time ago, and nothing really happened. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're all right. You're on safe ground.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, knock on wood. Well, thanks. I was knocking on wood. Actually, I was knocking on metal, actually, but it will.
Oh, okay.
Knock on meta. How about that? Knock on meta.
Knock on meta. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Well, that was a fascinating dream. I'm going to take this next caller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks. Sweet dreams. Hello, caller. Who's this? Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hi. This is Carrie.
Carrie, what's going on? Can we draw your dream?
I had a dream.
Yeah.
I had a dream about a couple of friends of mine that we've been fighting with in real life.
Nice.
And
I don't know if it's nice, but whatever. It's kind of fascinating.
It's life, I guess. I don't know.
It's life.
I don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
But I had a dream that my friends were getting ready to move into like a new house. Yeah. And I was going to help them move because I have this van. So I was like hauling over a new mattress, like a bunch of furniture over to their new place.
Yeah.
The friends that I'm fighting with. And I walk in and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like,
"Oh man, yeah.
I don't know."
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then I was like, "Oh, so it's cool." And I don't know.
So yeah, so you're helping them out. Even though you are really in reality having some issues with them, but you're still willing to help them out because these are friends that in some ways are family a little bit, I guess.
Right.
Because you know them that much, but then they're sick of you. Basically, you're sensing. Maybe.
Right.
Well,
and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like they're not accepting your help. You know, they don't want you anymore. Even though they're helping you out with moving and stuff.
Well, I'm helping them out in the dream, I guess.
Yeah. But not in real life, right?
Right.
Well, that's good then. It's just maybe it's telling you that maybe you should help them out a little bit.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know
not.
what it means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it means. Or it means that at one time you would have helped them out, but now that you guys aren't friends anymore, that's not going to happen. And the dream is just leftover helping out points. You know, like you had credit. They had credit of your friendship credit. that you are
residual
yeah,
stuff.
that you're going through and releasing through your dream, but in reality it's over.
Right.
But because it's a dream and it's you need to release it some way, and so you're releasing your friendship credits with this person, these people, through a dream when it's really not even happening. But in your dream it's happening, so in your dream it's reality, and so that's good. You're getting the bonus points.
Cool. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
You got it, Carrie. Sweet dreams.
Goodbye.
Sweet. Bye. Let's get our next caller. Hello, caller. Who's this?
This is Lane.
Lane, what's going on? What's going on with your dream, man? What's going on?
I just wanted to, I've been watching you for a little bit now, and I've noticed that you said you're painting people's dreams. Is that what you're doing?
We're drawing them. We're drawing them.
You're drawing them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've had this recurring dream since I was a kid, and I've never really been able to understand it. I'd be very interested in seeing you draw it.
Yeah. And by the way, this is all for entertainment purposes, and by no means am I an expert. You know that.
Absolutely.
All right, Lane.
I'm going down this corridor, and it cuts off into two doors. There are two doors in front of me.
Yeah.
And I can open either door that I want to.
Yeah.
And no matter which door that I open, there's always this huge, menacing-looking eyeball that's staring like dead into my soul.
Wow.
And there's this loud sound that almost sounds like, do you know those things that people can carry around for protection, that when you pull them apart, that loud sound they make that you can hear from like almost a mile away? It's like a whistling buzzer type sound that women like can carry. Like if they ever are attacked, they can like pull the key chain apart, and it makes a loud sound where people can hear.
All right. Now I'm not familiar with that, but okay. So that it's going on with that kind of craziness. All right.
Yeah, there's a loud sound that's real scary, and I always shut the door back, and when I go to open the other door, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you keep getting that dream.
Yeah, I had it since I've been a little kid. I'm 37 now.
Oh.
I'll be 38 next month.
All right.
But it's really, I don't know. It's just really weird.
Yeah, that's weird. So like, yeah, no matter where you go, you got these crazy eyeballs screeching at you.
Yeah.
Well, do you got any other kind of dreams? What kind of other dreams you got going on? Do you got some other dreams, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's another one that I have all the time. I have this one where I'm trying to impress my friends, and I'm running across my front yard. It's like a hill. The front yard is sloped down like a hill, and when I take off running and I try to fly, I'm flying maybe 6 inches off the ground, and I can't get any higher than that. But I'm flying all around the yard about that high off the ground.
Yeah. So you're just above the grass and stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's an interesting dream. I like that one. So then you maybe
those are the only two that I can recall vividly.
Well, those are interesting dreams, no doubt, and somewhat frustrating because it doesn't, they're strange. At least the first one with the eyeballs, but hey, it's just a dream, and I don't know what it's saying except for there's just a lot of weird stuff out there, and close the door. Close the door and move on. You know, don't open the door. Don't open the door.
Yeah, you know, and you know, it's like I've gotten to the point now where I'm older, and I don't really have control over the dream, but it's like I know what's coming, but
Yeah.
I can't stop. I can't stop it. Like I can't
Gotcha.
change it. I can't stop it. It's
Yeah.
always going to be the same ending.
Yeah. Well, there are these things about lucid dreaming where you're onto it, where you're aware that you're dreaming. So possibly there's a way to get into that dream because you're aware that you are dreaming, and change the outcome. It's called lucid dreaming, and sometimes I've never. I kind of it is kind of rewarding. It's almost like you are slaying the demons if you're able to pull it off. But I haven't really. I gotta say I can't. It's not like I'm doing it all the time. It's just I feel like I've done it or did it maybe once or twice or something, or I've heard about it. So keep that in mind. When you dream.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it, man.
All
I appreciate your work too. I've liked you since I've been watching you. I haven't been watching you very long, but I really do like what I see.
Thank you, Lane. Appreciate calling and sharing your dream, buddy.
Yeah, man. You take care. Thank you.
All right. Okay, there goes Lane. Lane with his dreams.
If you want to
call in, line is open. 818-528-4516. Water liquidation says that first dream is pretty eerie. Yes, it is. It's a very interesting, crazy-looking dream, and the fact that he keeps dreaming it or had more than once is an interesting element. Okay, let's get another call. We get a lot of calls tonight. That's great. That's what we're talking. Oh, we got a lot of calls. Okay, I can only pick up the one. Call me back the other person after we hang up here. Hello, caller. Who's this?
Hi, it's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, what's going on, Jeffrey?
No, not really. I just haven't done this thing. I've had a dream. I've had like 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
They're not long at all. They're really.
Yeah.
Some dreams you the next day you wake up, you can remember they went on maybe for an hour.
Yeah.
This is more like a minute.
Yeah.
But I've had it the last few months, maybe 2 or 3 times. I'm in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Like, I wake up, I'm in jail.
Yeah.
What is weird.
Right.
And there's like no windows. It's a really small cell.
Yeah.
And I wake up, and I don't know why I'm there. So I start yelling. Help. Hey, hello. There's, hours, nobody. And then all of a sudden, the door opens up. And like, a big guy comes in.
Yeah.
He's not another inmate. He's not a guard.
All right.
But he comes in, and like, sometimes I say different things to him, but he starts choking me.
All right.
I mean, like, choking me instantly.
Yeah.
And it goes on for about 5 seconds, and then like I get this thing, I see light, I just feel like I'm dead.
Right.
And then I wake up.
Oh man.
Like,
and so you've had this dream more than once, or?
I've had it a few times.
In
the last 2 or 3 months.
Wow. And just out of curiosity, have you ever been in jail and been in that kind of situation?
I did some jail time in Florida.
All right.
For some stuff I'd rather not talk about, but
well, maybe that
this was weird. This was like a cold place, like I don't know. It feels like I'm up north.
All right.
It's just got like a cold feel to it, and it's like I don't know if something's gonna happen. Something like that gonna happen to me. I need people to know, like
right.
I was killed. I was strangled.
Yeah. Wow. That's I mean
it's real fast. It comes in. It's real fast.
Yeah. Well, that's very memorable, isn't it? You would remember that if that was in your dream.
It's like, man, people are gonna think I killed myself, but I was killed.
Yeah, exactly. You got killed in the dream.
Killed me.
And then on top of it, you saw the white light kind of deal. Yeah. Well,
You know?
I think that's.
So I said, I want to be alive. I don't want to be killed. You know?
Yeah. Well, you're.
I want to be alive.
Well, you are.
I got killed in jail. Somebody strangled me. I was in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fucked up dream, right? I mean, shit.
Yeah, real fucked up.
But you know, hey, it's just a dream. It's just a dream.
I don't know, man. It seems like something that might really happen to me or something.
Well, I know. Is it an but you know, you're not in jail and you're free to go, you know, and do what you can. But obviously, people are in jail. People do get strangled. I mean, this potentially is a reality for somebody. But the fact that you dreamt it doesn't mean that it's going to happen to you. I
said there's never any guards. The guards don't seem to be around.
Yeah.
It's like I wake up and there's nothing there. It's like, what's the point? I hear then like some guy comes in and he strangles me.
Yeah, that's like Jeffrey Epstein or whatever.
That's my name.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein. Well, you're still alive though. I thought you died.
I need people to know, man.
Oh, I see.
I didn't kill myself.
Gotcha. So this is not a dream. This is a reality then.
No, this is definitely a dream.
Oh, just a dream. Okay.
It's just a dream, man. I'm hoping.
All right. Well, it's a scary dream, and I wish you the best. But just, I mean, as long as you should be all right. I think you'd be all right. Nightmares are and plus, the end is good because you saw the white light. I think that's kind of cool, the white light thing.
Yeah.
Death is kind of cool.
I was definitely strangled.
All right. By some gigantic person. But it wasn't a guard, you're saying. It was not the guards.
No, it was not a guard.
You think it was a fellow prisoner?
No, he wasn't an inmate or anything.
Oh. It could be it could be just something else. Another out of this world entity,
I don't know, man.
Wow.
But hey, I got this little chick over here. Got the same thing going on. So I'm going to go give her that real quick. I appreciate you.
All right, Jeffrey. Thanks for sharing us your dream.
All right. You have a good night.
All right. There goes Jeffrey with his dream. Hey, Demon Knight, a.k.a. Lane, this little super chat, $2. Help us out on the show. Thanks for the donation. Hey, give us a call, 818-528-4516. We had a lot of interesting calls tonight, and there's still plenty of time left to hear your dreams. As mentioned, I know I'm dreaming, and I know you all are dreaming too. We're just not remembering them, and I'm really not remembering them. And I'm waking up to, like sometimes I thought, or you can think that a lot of times you're waking up in the middle of the night, so most likely you're going to remember your dream because you woke up, and I'm waking up like, I've got some shoulder pain, and I'm like, oh God, my shoulder. I wake up and my shoulder hurts, and that's it. I'm not thinking about some, awesome or crazy or scary dream that I might have had. Right, but we'd love to hear your dream. Let's get this caller in here. Hello, caller. Who's this?
Hi, I was calling to do the dream painting thing.
Sure, yes. What's your name?
My name is Mijo Jejo.
Melio? Jejo?
Mijo Jejo.
Mijo Jejo. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me your dream, and I'll start drawing it.
Alright, so this is what's up. I was in the desert, and there was these spider gorillas with machine guns.
Spider gorillas.
spider gorillas. It was the gorilla torso with a spider, like the bottom, the legs were spider legs, but their torso and everything else was like a gorilla.
Yeah. All right.
And they had machine guns.
Oh man! Wow. So they got like skinny legs, but kind of like this gorilla thing, and with a machine gun. All right.
Yeah, they had machine guns.
All right. Gotcha.
And they had me in this like weird underground base.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of refugees in this base.
All right.
And we all like had to band together to try to escape.
Right.
And so like in my dream, somehow we got like some electrical charger to explode, and it like blew them up, and we were able to take the guns, and like we went to war with the spider monkeys. It was crazy.
Man.
Craziest dream I've ever had.
Wow. Some more spider monkeys with guns, and you guys are, oh man, and then you guys escaped. So you won in the end.
Yep. But what's crazy is like I couldn't get off wherever I was. I don't think like, even though like we left and went to the desert, we still had to deal with the desert.
Oh man,
so even though we won,
yeah,
I don't really know what happened after that, you know?
Yeah. It sucks because now you're stuck in the desert, and now you got to fit. You got past the one problem. Now you got another damn problem.
Yeah.
Desert. But you survive this one, so the desert, you'll survive that. You just gotta get some water. You'll dream up that one, because dreams, you should be able to access some of these possible, things necessities. And so I think you'll be able to get the water and food and stuff like that. Should be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's cactuses, and you can kill snakes and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I mean, I'd be alright.
Yeah, you'll be all right. This was a big deal because you were stuck there, and you freed all these other people, or you were part of a group that freed them and stuff. And so this is good. You ever see the movie Damnation Alley?
Actually, no, I have not.
It's a movie from like the 80s or late 70s. And it was after the nuclear holocaust or Armageddon or whatever. And so these people went in a van, like a kind of a military like Jeep van, tank kind of deal. And they drove across the country, but they encountered all these crazy species, in a sense, but it was mostly cockroaches. Actually, this one element. I think they went through I think they were in Utah, and they came across. They basically went from California to like upstate New York, and that's the whole, because the place blew up where they were at, like an Air Force base, and then they found like a promised land in upstate New York. I don't know. A long story, but there was an interesting scene that kind of reminded me of this. Dealing with some crazy stuff, but you survive it.
Yep, and what's real crazy is after I had the dream, I looked it up just to see, what it would mean, because I always look on this website. It's called Dream Mood.
Nice.
And you
Dream
can look up
Mood.
objects in your dream, and it'll tell you by object what was in your dream. So I was trying to look up and see what it was, and I found out that there's a D&D character it's just like it, and it's spooky. Like, it's real spooky, so somebody else, I'm not the only one that dreamt up this damn gorilla spider monkey.
Oh, man.
It might be some type of alternate dimensional creature. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something to it, for sure. There's something to it. Well, but you survived, so I think that's the end game here, even though it's a kind of a scary dream and whatnot, but you did win, so that's good.
Yeah, I just, that's the dream that always stuck out to me, though, because it's the only dream that I've ever had that's crazy, that wasn't a normal dream.
Right.
And then to look it up and see other people have, like, imaged this and drawn this type of image, that's pretty crazy to me.
Well, thanks for sharing us your dream. It's a very interesting dream, no doubt. But it's a dream of survival. So you're a fighter. You know what I mean?
Love your show, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Well, thanks so much for calling and sharing us your dream.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. Good night.
Night.
We got a couple 10 plus more minutes to draw your dreams, guys. We've had non-stop dreams. I haven't had to like talk non-stop and run out of things to say and talk about because you guys are calling, which is great. This is what we were hoping for with this program. Hello, caller. Who's this?
This is Norbert.
Norbert. What's up, Norbert? Can we draw your dream?
I'm just living the dream. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Well, my dream right now that I had the other night, it's a crazy dream.
Crazy.
I was being born.
Okay.
I was being born, and I started this by that I am a frozen pizza.
Okay.
And I'm in the oven, and which is like a symbolism for the womb,
Yeah.
so to speak. And I come out, and I'm all crispy and tasty.
Yeah.
And then the people who created me
Yeah.
eat me.
Oh, wow.
And they start ravaging me
Yes.
and tearing me apart and using their little
Oh.
slicers to cut me up like
Yeah.
knives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a horrific dream. I keep having it on a regular basis.
Wow. So there's this people just about to eat you, and you were just born. You didn't even have a chance to do anything with your
I
life.
didn't have any say so, and like
Yeah, it's not like Soylent and Green where you've had a full life and now we're going to eat you. No, you were just born. You're like veal.
well, and the weird thing is these maniacs that birthed me ripped off my eyeballs, which were pepperonis,
Yes.
and ate them,
Yeah.
and looked at me, and just smiled. Like, what kind of a dream is this?
Yeah. It's a beautiful dream though. About birth and bearing fruit. And life. It's a beautiful dream. Even though you really internalized the position of being the pizza, the pizza pie. But I think what I see is that it's telling you that you got a lot to offer, and people really, really love you, and they would love to eat you.
You know what the funniest thing about the whole dream is that my father was actually the Noid.
Oh, the Noid from Domino's.
Yes, sir.
I can't draw that guy, but he was.
I don't know what all that means, but
Yeah.
it was it's disturbing to feel everyone crunching into your bones or your crust.
So you felt, did it hurt? Did it really actually, could you feel the hurt, the pain?
Well, I felt the pain. Like I woke up. Like you ever heard of like a sleep paralysis?
Yeah, I've heard about that. Where you're aware of what's going on,
move.
and you can't move. Yeah, that happens. Yes.
And it was just like it just wasn't over until everyone just filled themselves up with the essence of me.
Now, you mentioned your eyeballs were pepperonis, but what else was on your slice of pizza?
Well, I mean, my mouth was actually ham.
Ham?
It was like a smiley face.
Okay.
Of ham, and then I had a few pepperonis for ears. Oh, not pepperonis, but pineapples for ears.
Pineapples, okay.
not used to being on live radio or whatever this is.
Yeah, I don't know what this is either.
It was very disturbing, and it's just like, why would you want to eat me? You just birthed me.
Yes. Well, I think it just sort of represents the ups and downs of life, you know. But in a nutshell, you experienced it right from the get-go, you know.
I mean, I guess it's a dog-eat-dog world.
A little bit. Did you ever get to say hi to your mom? You know, the person who gave birth here, or is just you weren't even?
No, she ate me.
Yeah, you were not even able to.
A cat.
Yeah.
That just gave birth to a cat, and they eat their own or whatever.
Yeah. I think that's So you didn't have much of a You basically had no relationship with your mother, is what happened here.
Yeah, no, I mean, besides her eating me and birthing me, that was it.
Yeah.
I came out, I was eaten alive, and, well, I mean, I'm a pizza, so obviously I'm not alive.
Well, you were tasty, too. I mean, don't forget that pizza is a very delicious thing. And so it's understandable that people would want to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're actually right. You're very right, actually. Maybe I should be happy because, like, even though I was eaten upon being birthed, I went back into my creators' stomachs and went back into their life force.
Yeah. Have you ever received communion, like Catholic Church communion, the little wafers?
Yeah, you know, like
maybe there's a Jesus Christ thing.
Blood of Christ.
Yeah,
and,
maybe they got a little
crackers and skin and all that jazz.
Yeah, you might have a little Jesus Christ, and the tomato sauce in the pizza would be the blood. You know, maybe this is a birthing Jesus kind of. You've been to Israel? You ever had the Jesus? Like you go to Jerusalem and people have the Jesus complex where they think that they're Jesus and stuff. Have you done that one yet? Maybe you should.
I've met a lot of people in life that have a Jesus complex.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe.
I don't think that their creators ate them whole.
Well, your dream is unique, and you are a unique person, and so you are free to discover and create your own world. And so this is the world you created, and you should not be think much bad. Think that this is a bad dream. I think this is a wonderful dream. You're sharing the gift of pizza, delicious pizza, to your loved ones. Are you a cook? Do you like to cook?
I do cook from time to time.
Well, yeah. I think you might want to cook and share your harvest with others.
You're right. You're very right.
Look, I'm just shooting the breeze with you. I don't know one way or the other. This is just strictly entertainment, and believe me, if it really is pressing you, please seek out professional help.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you, good sir.
Thank you, Norbert, and
Norbert, yes.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, buddy. All right, lines open. Taking your calls, 818-528-4516. Let's get this next call coming in here. Hello, caller. Who's this?
This is caller number 41.
Caller number 41. What's going on?
So,
all right. We're at. We got room for maybe one more call. Otherwise, that is it. We had a lot of good calls, a lot of good dreams, and thanks again for hanging out with us here tonight. Hanging out, talking about dreams. We wish you a wonderful time in dream state and in reality. It's difficult both places. We can have difficult times in real time and in dream time. But hang in there, guys. Hang in there, and we'll make it work out. And one way to work it out is by talking about our dreams every night, 6 p.m., 9 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 UTC. If anyone's watching UTC land. All right. Thanks again for hanging out, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Bye-bye. Sweet dreams, guys.